So, if I'm doing right-handed roundup, I want to twist to the right. Couple benefits. In the elite world, you can do roundup 1.5 step out if you twist and round up in the same direction. Dan Keta has a lecture. Doing cardio on the table allows you to start twisting right away. So those are the two main benefits why we want to do that. Now, the best gymnast in the world, Simone, she goes right-handed cardio, but she twists left. So is my rule the end of the world? No. But I think for the most of the kids, it's going to work this way. And as we're going later, I'll show you why I think it's important. The other thing, teaching brain, I call the brain the roundup up in the air. That most of the kids come on Monday morning, they practice at the backyard of the trampoline. They have a front half where they call it brainy. Stay away from that. Why is that? A right-handed roundup up in the air becomes left twist. So kids will go, yeah, I'm righty, right? So they're putting, let me demonstrate, right? If I put my right hand, you see my back first, right? If I go for a cover, that means I'm turning left. So another bad thing to teaching brainy is what? We don't want to encourage twisting off the floor. We always want to set direction first, then twisting second. And then my last rule, which I think we all probably experience, this is like teach at the beginning late twist. Because with the time, late twist will come earlier. And if you teach an early twist, brainy, that will come early, and good luck with that. Right? So I think that's why, again, I want to establish as a gym, those are my systems. It's not a perfect 100%, but I think works most of the time. What's more important is whatever side they twist backwards, they have to twist the same side forward. So if they're doing righty backwards and they're doing brainy, they're going lefty, now you cannot use this on multiple salto, like half in, half out bars. You cannot do your Chenko full. The only thing you have to do is lay out full versus a Ray-Ban half out. So do you guys see what I'm talking about? Why it's important to be the same direction. So I encourage you to make this in your gym as a system. Can maybe from time to time work with another kid that, maybe they do it this way, I think absolutely. But in general, have a broad, rule. So this is what I encourage that you start teaching for front twisting. So I like the resi because we're flipping on the way down, we're going to twist on the way up at the end of the scale. So that's how, and again, guess what? Level 3 can do this. You all have a raise, you're doing handstand. How many bolts, handstand, full flat you need to do to get a 9.7 to 9.8? You don't need to do more than 10 bolts. But you do this on the way backward, give it 10 minutes a day of your vault session, you're going to be the best coach in the gym. Kids love those stuff. And again, instead of waiting, usually people start teaching around level 7 front twisting. Why not start in level 3 and let them have fun? So by the time they're level 7, they have it. Because when you have a group of 10, maybe one learns faster, they all have a different speed of learning. But as a coaches, we're waiting in the summer to move them to the next level. And guess what? I mean, I'm from this region, so I don't know to a lot of you where you guys from, but guess what? The parents have another 3 kids in the house. They can't wait for the school to be over. I don't see my kids in the summer. So I would not bet on 2 months when after the whole season, they already beat up mentally. We need to give them time off to teach those skills for 2 months. Maybe some will get it, but most will won't. Yes?
I'm seeing arms coming towards the hips. As you're teaching the twist, do you incorporate layouts where your arms are holding to your hips and returning up to the floor, or do you keep talking about arms wide through? Or
great question, guys. Excellent. Thank you so much. So if the flip is coming out of handspring, arms are up because they're already up on the handstand. Coming from a flip, as I said, arms are here. They go up there. If the arms go up first, makes the body taller, it's going to stop the feet. So we want to finish here, but then start with arms. Arms position, they're optionals. Now, one rule, arms always have to move towards center of mass, which means down. Would you bring him down this way? Would you bring him straight? Preference. Now, if I do layout, or I have a fall to something, keep in mind, bring him straight, I gotta lift him up again. So that's gonna take more energy versus just doing this. So even, I work with the boys for a few times, boys even target this with because the arms were already there. So to answer, it's a personal choice, but the arms always go from up to down, from tall to short. Now, a lot of them from running arms actually, they like arm circle. Why? They're closer to here to twist. Right? I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about, the running arm circle? I mean, if you look at the men's world, a lot of the Japanese, they circle. Why? This is faster motion to set me up versus this, right? So on a multiple twisting, this is a good option. And you're gonna see later what we do. But out of handspring up, after running, you can go here, you can go here. I always say arms are accessories. You can use them any way you want, as long as you get direction. Now, when I talk about twisting, most of the kids, and I can see them in line, they do this, right? I mean, that's the human instinct to do this. They do this, right? We should not be twisting through the arms. Arms will start a little bit, but the twist comes from the body, it comes from the feet, it comes from the torso. So here's what I mean. I don't know if you guys can all see me. I know I'm burning the challenge, but I'll show you why I think it's important not to twist the shoulders, kind of like the brain. So if I sit down, we call these cherry pickers in my gym. If I do this motion side to side, what happens to my feet if I turn my arms and shoulders one way? I can put any of you here, you'll do the same thing. So if the shoulders initiate the turn, the body has to balance it to going to the other side. That's why we see a level, we do body change on bars. Every time the human action is this, legs fall opposite. That's your check, anything you do in gymnastics. If the body goes one way, legs will fall the other way. So that's why I never talk about arms and twisting. All I'm trying to set direction with arms, and then I twist with my feet and my core. Yes? So, I think everything is correct. So I always say to the girls, if I'm twisting right and I turn my left side, I should turn. Regardless if that was the hips, that was the knees, I keep it together, right? That's what we do a lot of quarter turns. Versus, if you're righty and you twist to the right side, watch this. I open up my body. If you want to think about twisting the right side, watch what the right side does. It moves back. You guys see the difference? Here's the body. Right hips, left hips. If I twist left hip towards you, where's the right hip going? Towards me. So, I think it's a better option to tell him to twist left over the right, roll them over. Or if you talk about right side has to move back. In order to be an efficient twister, you need to twist what? In the smallest radius. And we all know, from wide to in, that's going to increase the twisting ability. Every time from in to out slows it down. Think about figure skaters. At the end of the routine, usually they do multiple twists. They go arms wide to in to out, stops. So that's why I tell them feet, stomach, left side. I mean, everything, there's no right or wrong. And to me, that's what we all hear at Congress. The more information we share, exchange, the better coaches we become. So, it depends on the kids, but in general, I always stay with this. If I go righty, watch what happens. I want to keep it together. All right. Now, see, I put a strap. The first time I thought I was very smart, and I put a big new cube. And my little kid, she was doing back tumbling. It was working until she went straight up and landed on it and rolled the ankles. I felt terrible for 3 weeks because those kids put a lot of time. So please don't do the stupid mistake I did. Put something in a tape, something strapped that if they land on it, it's pretty forgiving. But why I like the strap? Couple rules. I don't want them to twist before the straps, in front of them. I want them to at least go over, then twist on the other side of the strap. Another good thing, I can move the strap in and out. If I want him to travel more, I'm going to challenge him by moving it farther. And the other thing is, instead of saying, watch the resi, I want him to watch something specific. So I definitely suggest use something that you can move. Wristbands, straps, tape, whatever you want. Now, on a front fold, this is the second part of front fold. Now, the drill is do cartwheel over line. As I'm finishing cartwheel, my body's turning forward, but my head stays backwards. The human instinct is to do this. Right? We teach half, we teach full, we kind of keep the head position. But remember I started this at the beginning. Every time something, so here's the body. Here's my front tumbling, looking this way. Every time my eyes move forward, watch what happens to the center of mass. It's moving backwards. So that's why I want to twist my feet, and Gail is a judge. But as the judges, they watch what the feet do. When you do twisting, they don't watch. That cannot be triple fold. She is watching how much the feet turn. So we want the feet to complete a fold, but the head to be back. Watch what happens. Head back, my hips move forward. We'll talk about this. And also, it gives me ability, kind of like a handspring. I can initiate my next skill from the shoulders, from the top, versus that's what's happening. So that's why on a front tumbling, and you're going to see later, we teach half to half. We can spot in front of the half, and the second half only feet turn, head stays back. Look at where the ground is. On a double fold, we 1.5. On a triple fold, we 2.5. On a back tumbling, we'll talk about tomorrow, but it's the opposite. We do full and a half. So it's the same thing, guys. We just back tumbling, we complete a full. On a front tumbling, we complete a half. Easy? Everybody thumbs up if it's easy. Awesome, guys. So that's what we're trying to do. And trust me, this looks easy. As you start doing, a lot of the kids, they do this. Again, human instincts. We're creatures of habit. You can do this, or I like it on 3/4. Because sometimes for them to protect themselves from the stomach, they start low, but they still move the eyes. So I'd rather see that half. I want to see to here. I want to see this for a long time. We don't rush to do many folds. Because the fold from here to here is nothing. But we want to make sure to delay. We do this for quite a few times. Yeah. So that's pretty much what a front fold should look like. See, the body did a fold, head look in the end of the tumble truck. And then we'll do 1.5. Now, a couple things. In my opinion, it's a big mistake to teach a fold to land and then do another half. If this is the layout, when they jump from their feet to upside down, that's called kendo, right? Or vertical, whatever you call it. You never add twist on the back leg. The landing should be always at the same time, pretty much, so they can see they have time to prepare. You always add the twisting in front of the kendo. So here's the gymnast upside down. When I do full to 1.5, I don't do full and a half there. I just simply begin earlier on the back. On the front of the skill. And since we're trying to train double fulls, I always want him to rotate feet under. Because my feet under, when I turn, is going to put me to that direction. If you teach a Rudy to here, as I turn, I'm back. So that's why we exaggerate and spot in front. Now, like I said earlier, we want those skills to travel. Look at what makes the travel is the front handspring. See, if you do handspring that you block and you land here, yes, your arch, but your next skill is coming this way. When you move the support this way, then the next skill is going to travel. So we create a travel by handspring going, and this kid, I mean, you're going to see she's going to do more twisting. The more she loads, you're going to see the shoulders get even more. Versus I see the other way. I mean, I see even my kids in the gym.